Alright, things you need is a Remington 1187 shotgun, soft string, patch push rod, regular screwdriver, pliers, a punch-like tool, gun oil, natural solvent, and cleaning patches. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is open the chamber and check for a shell. We're all clear on the shell. Next, you're going to want to remove the magazine cap. That is at the end of the grip, forend, whatever you'd like to call it. Set aside over here and make sure you lay out your parts as if it was put together. Next thing is to remove the grip for the forend, and then there is a washer like thing here. Take that out, set it aside. It's easier for reassembly. With the chamber cocked, remove the barrel like so. And then you have a barrel seal right here. It shouldn't be this loose. This is a great example of when to replace it. Slide that off. The next thing is the piston seal right here. On the premium, you only have the piston seal. Next step is to remove the magazine spring and retainer, and in your retainer you have a slit. Put your regular screwdriver in there, like so, turn it 90 degrees, and out you go. Slowly relieve the pressure, take out the spring, lay it aside. Now you have the retainer in here, the same concept. You're going to have to turn that 90 degrees as well until it comes out. Next step is to remove your bolt, action bar, and sleeve assembly. In order to do that, you have to close the bolt, and then remove the bolt pin right here like so. It comes out just like that. Set that guy aside, and when you are doing this, you have to push this down, and there is a tab in there. Try to get a good view. It's this tab right here. See my finger running along it? Gotta press that in, and as you're holding that in, you have to remove the assembly, just like that. Everything comes out. You take your screwdriver or small punch-like tool, and you have the trigger pins, and it has to fit inside there because you have to punch those through. Here and here. So I'm on a soft surface, perfect. I put it on there, and I punch it all the way through. Do that to both of them, and then now you can remove your trigger pins. When you're removing your trigger, you're going to want to pull down on that and slide it out, as so. Now we have this T-bracket looking device. It is actually called the link. And to take that out, take your finger, slide it forward, kick it out, and now you're going to want to turn it like so. And there you have disassembled your gun. Alright, we're going to start with trigger assembly. You're going to have to lube it up. That's all you're going to have to do with the gun oil. And this is already cocked back. So if that armature comes and smacks your finger from you pressing the trigger, that's going to hurt. So we're going to want to relieve pressure, pull the trigger, slowly let it back, just like so. Now with your gun oil, you're going to want to preferably spray it on there, but I don't have a spray. I'm going to have to drizzle it all over, and then I will let it sit for 15 minutes. After that, I'll blow it out, and then do it again one more time to make sure there's no compound in there. Apply oil, dab it around any moving mechanism, plunger, whatever, lever, all of it. Let's go ahead and spray it. Light pressure, doesn't take much. So I'm going to let this sit for 15 minutes now, and I'll be back. 15 minutes is up. Go ahead and one more time. Spray it off. Should be good. Wipe it down, shake it if you want. Wipe it down for any excess oil. Maybe even bring a Q-tip and run it through there. As long as you don't have too much and you can see it. Now that your trigger is lubricated, we are going to cock this back. It's for easier install. Set that aside for now. called the link that will fit inside this slide right here. Make sure it goes like this into the gun. We're going to put it sideways, twist it, and then we're going to set it right there. Grab pliers, and you're going to squeeze it, and then put it into that hole right back there, just like that. Holding the link, you're going to take your trigger that is cocked back, and you're going to put the flap in first, and then just shimmy it in there like that. Now grab your pins and just insert them. Front one, back one. Now the front one I have trouble with. You can use a rubber mallet, or I use the butt end of my pliers. Lightly tap it so it goes in until it's flush. It's all good. Alright. We're going to clean the bolt. I put oil over it, and you're just going to rub it around. Slide this up like that. Get a little bit more oil into it, just rub it around. Wipe any excess off. You see there I have hair. You do not want that in there. Make it look pretty. Action bar and sleeve assembly, you're going to want to put solvent where needed. Rub it down. To install it, you want to first line this all up as if you're going into there. Keep this forward out of the way of the bolt. Slide the bolt in there, have it pressed. And then you have to go into that lever and press it and slide everything in, just like that. If this isn't forward, sometimes you can hold the bolt up and give you some trouble. Now, cock it back, have it stationary, put the safety on, install your bolt pin, like so, just like that. For a piston seal, you're more than likely going to have to use some solvent. And you just have to rub it off. You're not going to get all of it off, but do the best you can. After done cleaning that, slip that over, lube up your O-ring, slide that bad boy on, just like that, into that crevice. Install your cap, slide it in there, line it up with the grooves, turn it 90, let it settle back. Take your spring, apply it in there till it stops, take your screwdriver and put it in the same way you took it out. Press it in there, turn 90, and it should stick out just like that. That's the way you need it. Now to clean the barrel, you're going to have to use a string or a push rod. I prefer the push rod due to the fact that it's more stable. And then you're going to need your cleaning patches. I take two is to get a tighter fit into the barrel. Put it through the eyelets, kind of a tight fit. Your nitro solvent, here you don't need much, just on each side of the pad, let it soak through, and then run her through. As you're running it through, twist it, swab it back and forth several times. You keep swabbing it until it's clean. After you have nitro solvent through your barrel, take two new rags, put it through the eyelet, put oil on it. Twist as you're swabbing, run it through, back and forth. Now that the inside of your barrel is clean, take the fuzzy off one end of the Q-tip, small end of the Q-tip, run it through the nostril like ports, and make sure they're cleaned out. Wipe it down like so. You can now install it. Push it like that. You take this grip here, put it around there. Now reinstall your grip. That's how you clean your gun.
drill won't know the difference.